YouTube? In today's video, I'm showcasing the top 5 meta loadouts in Warzone 3. I'm basically just going through and telling you guys exactly what you should be running in the current meta. So of course, stay tuned for that. But real quick, I want to give a massive shout out to the Noti gang. Without further ado, let's hop directly into it. All right, starting off the list with our honorable mention, we do have the MTZ-556 assault rifle, one of the best assault rifles in the entire game, and it ended up catching a buff in the update, making it even better. So hopping directly into the build, I am going to be tossing on the Cassis brake for our muzzle, giving you guys that horizontal recoil control and firing aim stability, making sure the MTZ-556 isn't moving whatsoever. And for the next attachment, we have the MTZ Drifter Heavy Long Barrel, helping out the build in every possible way, giving you guys that bullet velocity and damage range, aiming auto sway, recoil control, and gun kick control. Again, making sure the MTZ-556 is an absolute beam, but is also making sure you're hitting harder and you're getting closer to hit scan. And speaking of being a beam, we also have the Bruin Heavy Support Grip for our underbarrel, giving you guys that gun kick control, aiming auto sway, horizontal recoil control, and firing aim stability, making sure the MTZ isn't bouncing all over the place. And I'm gonna sound like a broken record because I keep saying it over and over, but the MTZ genuinely has no recoil. And another attachment helping out with that is the EXF Close Quarters Assault Stock, giving you guys even more gun kick control and recoil control. And of course, for the last and final attachment, we have the 50 round drum mag, increasing that mag capacity, making sure you don't have to reload after every single kill. But that's my full build for the MTZ-556 assault rifle in Warzone 3 Season 4 Reloaded. I'm telling you guys right now, with the primary meta being so extremely weak, this is one of the best options in the entire game. So make sure you guys go through, give the entire bit a try, and tell me the highest kill game you guys get with it. That's our honorable mention. So let's hop into the actual list now. Hopping into the actual list, at the number 5 spot, we have the Kar98K Marksman Rifle, which you guys know, since this was added back into Warzone, has been extremely dominant the entire time. But with the Season 4 Reloaded update, they did finally release a nerf on it, but it's still absolutely disgusting. So again, starting off with the muzzle, we are going to be tossing on the Sonic Suppressor L, keeping you guys off that mini map, but also giving you guys a massive boost for that bullet velocity and damage range, making sure you guys are hitting harder and you're getting a whole lot closer to hit scan. Then mixing in perfect with the muzzle is the Precision 762 Long Barrel, giving you guys even more bullet velocity and damage range, again making sure the Kar98 is hitting harder and you guys are getting closer to hit scan. And this attachment is 100% personal preference. You guys can run whatever scope you feel the most comfortable with, but for me on the Kar98, I felt the best with the range color V3.4 optic. And with the way they nerfed it, they actually did drop the maximum one-shot range, so I went ahead and tossed on the high grain ammunition, giving you guys even more bullet velocity and damage range, making it where we're slightly boosting that range back up. And of course, for the last and final attachment, we have the Target Sling, giving you guys a boost for that ADS speed, because you guys know I love playing super aggressive with my Kar98, and this is making it to where it's a whole lot more snappy. But that's my full build for the Kar98 Marksman Rifle in Warzone 3 Season 4 Reloaded. I'm telling you guys, even after the nerf it caught, it is still extremely fun to use. So if for some reason you guys haven't already, go through, give the entire bit a try, and tell me the highest kill game you guys get with it. So let's hop directly into loaded number 4. At number 4, we have the MCW Assault Rifle, but you guys know I don't like to run the MCW as the normal assault rifle. I really love tossing on the conversion kit and turning it into one of the fastest killing SMGs in Warzone 3. So of course, for the first attachment, we're gonna go ahead and toss on the Jack Raven kit, which this is the attachment taking it from a full-blown assault rifle and turning it into one of the best SMGs in the entire game. And you guys know on most of my SMG builds, I absolutely love to run the ZIM35 compensated flash hider. It's super helpful with the visual recoil, and it's making sure the MCW is an absolute beam. And now with it being an SMG, we do want to be as fast as humanly possible, so I went ahead and tossed on the XRK Edge BW4 hand stop, giving you guys that aim walking speed, movement speed, ADS speed, and sprint to fire speed, making sure you guys are faster in every possible way. And speaking of being faster, we also have the RB Rapid Strike grip for our rear grip, giving you guys even more sprint to fire speed and ADS speed. But if you guys check the detailed stats, this is giving you guys a massive 27% boost to that sprint to fire speed, making it to where you're extremely snappy. And of course, for the last and final attachment, we have the 40 round mag, increasing that mag capacity, which obviously this is the biggest mag option for the conversion kit, so it's absolutely essential for the build. But overall, that's my full build for the MCW SMG in Warzone 3 Season 4 Reloaded. For a super long time, this has had one of the fastest time to kills in Warzone 3, and like I was saying, in the Season 4 Reloaded update, they buffed it, making it even better. So make sure you guys go through, give the entire bit a try, and tell me the highest kill game you guys get with it. Let's hop directly into loaded number 3. Loaded number 3, we have the Holger 26 LMG, which if you guys don't know, ever since the DG58 caught that nerf, this has kind of been our #1 primary. Pretty much everyone's running it in World Series, including myself. So of course, hopping directly into the build, we're gonna go ahead and toss on the Cassis brake for our muzzle, giving you guys that horizontal recoil control and that firing aim stability, making sure the Holger 26 is an absolute beam. And sliding up to the barrel, we're gonna go ahead and toss on the Holger Factory Barrel, giving you guys that bullet velocity and damage range, recoil control, and gun kick control, making sure the Holger 26 is better in every possible way. And just like I always tell you guys, the optics are 100% personal preference, but in my opinion, the Jack Glassless optic is one of the cleanest cleanest scopes in the entire game. Then to mix and perfect with the muzzle and the barrel, I went ahead and tossed on the Ascent Lord stock, giving you guys that aiming auto sway, recoil control, gun kick control, and firing aim stability, making sure the Holger 26 isn't moving whatsoever. And of course, for the last and final attachment, I have the 5.56 high velocity ammunition, which in my opinion, one of the weirdest things about the Holger is the bolt velocity. So I went ahead and tossed this on instead of the high grain to get you guys even closer to hit scan. But that's my full build for the Holger 26 LMG in Warzone 3 Season 4 Reloaded. Like I was saying, this is what pretty much everybody's running in World Series of Warzone. So if for some reason you guys haven't already, go through, give the entire bit a try, and tell me the highest kill game you guys get with it. That's our loaded number 3. So let's hop directly into the next loadout. Now we're getting into the top spots, but at the number 2 spot, we have the FJX Horus SMG, which I've been seeing so many different builds for this, but the way I have it built for you guys today is the no recoil build. So of course, for the first attachment, I'm gonna go ahead and toss on the conversion kit, which this is one of the main reasons why this build isn't moving whatsoever. And speaking of being a beam, we're also gonna be tossing on the Zim 35 compensated flash hider, which like I was saying before, is super helpful with the visual recoil, and it's also gonna make it to where the Horus is even more accurate. And like I keep saying with every single build, the optics are 100% personal preference. I will say this Horus build has really clean iron sights, so if you guys don't even want to run an optic, you absolutely do not have to. Then obviously the main focus of this build is to have zero recoil, so I went ahead and tossed on the Lopper LXD stock, giving you guys even more gun kick control, aiming auto sway, recoil control, and firing aim stability, mixing in absolutely perfect with the rest of the build. But if you guys want to have a little bit of movement, you can swap this out for the no stock. And just to make the Horus even more accurate, I went ahead and tossed on the LOL 9M grip for our rear grip, giving you guys even more recoil control, gun kick control, and firing aim stability. But that's the full build for the FJX Horus SMG in Warzone 3 Season 4 Reloaded. Like I was saying before, the main focus of this build was to have zero recoil, and this thing genuinely does not move. So make sure you guys go through, give the entire build a try, and tell me the highest kill game you guys get with it. Let's hop directly into the last loadout on the list, loaded number 1. And of course, at the number 1 spot, we have the Super Eye SMG, which I've been getting a ton of comments letting me know that I'm saying that wrong, but I do not care. I'm gonna continue to say Super Eye. But same thing as the Horus, there is a million different ways to build this thing. So I got you guys with my 2 different builds today, so you guys can use it any way you want. So of course, for the first attachment, I went ahead and tossed on the Zim 35 compensated flash hider, which like I keep saying over and over, is making it where your build is an absolute beam. And one of my favorite things about the Super Eye is the fact that it has absolutely absurd mobility. And one of the reasons why is because I went ahead and tossed on the XRK Edge BW4 hand stop, helping out the build in every possible way by giving you guys the aim walking speed, movement speed, ADS speed, and sprint to fire speed, just making it where you're a whole lot faster. And speaking of being faster, we're also tossing on the Rescue 9 stock, giving you guys even more tac sprint speed, movement speed, sprint speed, and recoil control, making it where your actual operator is moving faster and you're just gliding around the map. And this next attachment is 100% personal preference, but I enjoy running the high grain ammunition, giving you guys that bolt velocity and damage range. But I will say, if you guys don't want to run this, I know a lot of people like running an optic for this build. And of course, for the last and final attachment, we have the 40 round mag, increase that mag capacity, making it so you don't have to reload after every single kill. But that's my main build for the Super Eye 46 SMG in Warzone 3 Season 4 Reloaded. Same thing as the Holger here. I've been running this build specifically in World Series of Warzone. It's absolutely disgusting, and in my opinion, it's the most consistent build that you can put together. But like I was saying a second ago, there's so many different ways to build this thing, so let me get you guys my full mobility build. For the max mobility build, we have the Zim 35 compensated flash hider, the Bore 99 short barrel, the XRK Edge BW4 hand stop, the 40 round mag, and the Rescue 9 stock. Really, the only difference is I took off the high grain and I swapped it in for the Bore 99 barrel. But I'm telling you guys, put this build together and you're gonna feel like you're absolutely flying. So like I've been saying for every single loadout, make sure you guys go through, give the attempt a try, and tell me the highest kill game you guys get with it. That's my Super Eye 46 build. Real quick, I get a lot of comments asking about everything else I'm running. And in my gameplays, I usually have a stim with a throwing knife, and for my perk package, I have double time, mountaineer, tempered, and the flex perk. But that's everything for my loadouts and my top 5 that I think you guys should be running in the current meta. So if this video has helped you guys out at all, make sure you guys leave a like and subscribe to the channel. That's it for the video.